Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to HOI4 as we are playing as India. So the first thing we're going to do in today's episode is start justifying this war goal on Siam, because it's going to take 160 days to do. So we'll get it done on the 12th of September 1939. The next thing we need to do is I want to show you guys that I did name some of the division designs based on your guys' suggestions. For our main infantry unit, we have the Bengal Tigers. I know that's not a tiger paw, but it's the closest I could get. I don't really see anything else that is more tigerish. If you see something here, then let me know. I felt like that was the best fitting icon for our Bengal Tigers. And then we had the Gurkha Rifles for this division design here, which we are going to duplicate and call the Garrison Divisions. But this is going to be our cav unit that we've been talking about having here. So let's go ahead and update that. And this one here will be the one we'll add MHs to. Might not add any more battalions to that, just the MHs. All this will be the one that we actually train and add all kinds of stuff to. Though we're not going to build any of those units just yet. We're going to build one more of these here and then deploy these 5 divisions and get them into a little training army here. Just get them training up. Maybe change up their icon, all that kind of good stuff. And assign them to area defense here. So that these guys can go straight on into there once they're done. Alright, excellent. So a couple more things to take care of before we continue our war here against Burma, which we just started last episode, which should be a nice, easy, quick war because they don't have any divisions to defend their own territory. The next thing we need to do is add a Spirit of the Air Force. And while there's a couple different ones I want to get here, I think we're going to get the research bonuses first. I think that'd be really useful to have early on here, considering the fact that we only have 3 research slots. So anytime we research planes, if we could do that faster, it'd be really nice. But later, we might want to switch over to like air crew surveys for the air doctrine costs. Could go ahead and get the air experience gained as well. That'd be another option. I think this is the best one for us right now because of our research issues. So 2 more things to mention here. The first one is something I mentioned in a pinned comment on episode 2 that I forgot to appoint a field marshal for that war against Pakistan. And I don't know that we're going to do that because we don't actually have a field marshal. So we'll have to promote one of our 3 generals here to field marshal. And I prefer to wait until after we've gotten this focus here that will give us 3 new generals. I want to see who they are, what traits they have, all that kind of stuff, and then from there we'll figure out which guy we want to make our field marshal, as well as who we want to make our, the final military high command officer. That'd be another thing we'll be able to consider once we have access to those 3 officers. And then the last thing I wanted to address is something that was brought up several times in the comments, and that's about getting a land border with the Soviets so that we can easily trade with them. Remember, we already have the ability to do that because you can trade through any neutral countries. And so we can trade through Afghanistan, we can trade through Iran, and thus we can trade with the Soviets, which we're not getting that trade from France anymore. So we might want to go ahead and set up that trade with the Soviets instead. And you can see it does not require any convoys because we do have that land connection already. So that's not an issue. Now we still might want a land connection so we can easily move units into their territory because I don't think either Afghanistan or Iran are willing to give us military access. So it still might be something we want to do, get to land border with them. It's just not, a serious issue right now. It does look like we've gotten 2 new countries to join the 4th International because the Italians declared war on Albania. So usually Albania just accepts annexation. I think what happened there was that the Italians already at war in the Balkans, and so Albania decided to join the 4th International and resist them. And so now Albania is part of our faction, as is the Turkish Socialist Republic. Well, that's interesting. So they joined as well, which they've been socialist for a while. I was wondering when they would eventually join the faction, and they just did. All right, awesome. So our faction continues to grow, or I should say our future faction continues to grow. We're going to have these guys sweep all the way down here. And we'll just kind of manually control these a little bit. Yeah, Albania did resist, which is surprising. I wasn't expecting that. Let's have these guys push forward here. They're already going after that. Excellent. Let's have them sweep down this way. And we'll have these guys go this way. Just make sure the units continue pushing forward here at all times. We'll have this guy go here next since he's almost there, and he'll go here while this guy goes this way. And we don't have them on aggressive, so that's the reason why they're not pushing forward as fast as they could be. You know, the AI control, I mean. That's not a problem. Alright, so he's going to push down. I think we have him going this way. Yep. All right, good to go. We can have this guy instead wrap up. We'll have him go here, and then he'll wrap that up for us. We'll likely have to get all the way down here to get them to capitulate. Go after that victory point there. How many points it's currently worth. It looks like a lot of units were assigned up there. You know what? Let's have him go this way instead. Alright, so he's sweeping through all this territory here. And these guys should be coming over to this front here. Alright, so he'll likely get there first, but maybe not. Maybe he'll get down there. We'll have him go this way. And we'll see who gets there first. So we'll have him sweep up along the coast towards Rangoon, and he'll go up along the river, and we'll see who gets there first. It's like a race. All right, let's go and grab these areas. Yeah, none of this really matters. Only matters who takes that location, because I don't think they'll capitulate until we have that. And once we're done with this conflict here, we'll want to move our troops out of this area, because you can see that they are having some supply issues here. That's going to be a problem when we attack Siam. Supply, I mean. It's going to be a major issue. I'm not really sure who's going to reach here first. It could be either one of them. It's going to get this territory here taken. And he can continue moving down this way. And get somebody to grab that province for us. So which one is it going to be? It's going to be the coastal unit. He made it all the way down the coast, and he'll enter Rangoon first. I feel like he deserves it. Alright, so they haven't capitulated now. Let's go and take all their states, re-add them to India. Alright, excellent. So that'll fix our tungsten issues, which we were having. Looks like we also no longer need as much aluminum. Was there aluminum in this location? Yeah, there might have been. No, just rubber and tungsten. Okay, maybe I'm not entirely sure where we got the aluminum from, why it's not as much of a problem now. So could put these guys over here on this front, but I think supply is going to be such a serious issue, and we're not attacking until September, that I think it would be better to move them elsewhere for now. Just have them garrison an area. Just give them a lot of area. Have them spread out or whatever. Yeah, I don't want to put them up onto this border just yet. We need to get the supply situation dealt with, which I guess we'll want to wait until we get control of all this. Give it a little second here. But the first way we're going to want to do that is by connecting these two here. So let's get that building now. And the way we're going to do this is probably just build to the north here. Doesn't really matter which way we go because it's all the same amount of provinces, and just connect right there is I think the best way to go about doing this. And we'll actually put it next so we can get that done. Now, as far as building that up to level 2, I don't think it's going to be necessary, because I don't think it's going to be like, that we overstaff the supply here. I think the problem is going to be lack of trucks and supply hubs. Like, the supply hubs aren't going to reach all the way down here. And so that's going to be an issue. One that I'm not entirely sure how we're going to deal with just yet. It might just be short of supply, because I don't want to build a supply hub down there. I mean, we might have to. And I suppose building one down there would be helpful for when we attack the British in the Malay Peninsula. So let's get the infantry equipment next. Only 87 days to get that research. But yeah, I think that's what we're going to end up doing. We're going to probably have to build a supply hub here, but man, it takes so long to build supply hubs. You have one here. Once that gets seized, you'll have control of all that. But I don't think that'll be good enough. to reach down there. I mean, maybe, but probably not. I mean, it could probably supply some of it, but I think we'll have some serious supply issues. I guess the question is, do we want to build a supply hub right there, though? I don't think so. Now, this will get under our control here in 2 days. I guess we can put this back on speed 5. We'll get that in 1 day. But yeah, you can see we're still going to have supply issues here. I mean, because there's not even any troops over here just yet. Yeah, I think we'll still have supply issues down there, guys. I don't think there's really any way to avoid that without building a supply hub. And if we were going to do that, we need to do it now. I really don't want to, because then you got to build the rails all the way down here as well. That's a lot of building to be done. And I just don't know that it's necessary. But if supply is a serious issue, then we could find ourselves like easily cut off. Because look at this. They just have to attack one province anywhere along here, and then you're completely cut off from supply. So that could be a serious problem for us. But supply hubs take so long, I don't know if we could get it done in a reasonable amount of time. And we could build the, build the railroads down here fairly quickly. And then I guess the thing is that they already have a rail system going down here. So you can easily just connect here and use their rails. Yeah, they have a supply hub there. Okay, so in that case, we do not want to build any supply hubs down here. We're just going to have to work with whatever we have here, supply-wise. Yeah, we'll just have to work with it. Building more trucks would be super helpful. As you can see that we don't have anywhere near enough trucks to keep our units supplied. So yeah, we need more trucks, essentially. Maybe we should switch production so that we'll have more trucks in time for the conflict. Let's go after construction 3 here. And we'll take a look at where we have our factories assigned. I think we're going to pull over from infantry equipment. Yeah, because we just need so many trucks at this point. And it's kind of a bummer. How are we on getting that next factory done? I suppose we can take a look at that. I don't know if we'll get this done in time for the war. And this will be built fairly quickly. I guess we can work on another military factory after that. Build a couple more of these. In fact, yeah, I'll build a few more. Yeah, we can get one done, but yeah, it wouldn't be done in time to actually get the trucks built. I think what we're going to do, I know this is going to result in a loss of efficiency. I think it's going to be necessary to get these built in time. No. We need support equipment. Support equipment is also really short at this moment. We do have some experience to spend, so we'll take a look, see what we want to do here. Maybe improve the Bengal Tigers. There's nothing to give them. Okay, then we might want to work on these mountain troops instead. And we can get some of them built. So we'd want to give them engineer companies, of course. Probably maybe the field hospitals. We don't have guns to give them right now. In fact, we should probably just leave this as is because we don't have any of these things to give them. And we probably don't have enough army experience to fully do this either. I assume we're going to be short on army experience. Getting them all the way up to the 20, I guess it would be 24 combat width for these guys. So we'll just go ahead and save it. We can start training one of them, but we don't want to train more than that because remember, we need to add more battalions to them. And of course, that could cause problems with the Special Forces cap. All right, so unfortunately, we're lacking a lot of equipment. Have quite a few equipment issues right now. We'll wait to move the troops until much closer to the conflict here. We're only in June now, and supply is going to be such an issue here that we don't want to move there until we're ready for the war. We do have political power, but I think we're going to save it. And I think we're going to go and change over to partial mobilization, though we might be able to change over to war economy. I had a few people ask me why I didn't change over with Pakistan, and that's because Pakistan didn't have enough factories for us to do so. You see here, enemy country has to have more than 40% of India's total number of factories. Pakistan didn't, so we couldn't switch to war economy. But we might be able to switch over with Siam. And so we might want to save the political power to do that. Yeah, I think we will do that, guys. Can we do anything to get the war support up? Because it's pretty low right now. Now, to go over to war economy, it'd have to be at 50%. So maybe we should see if there's anything we can do about war support. We can't do war propaganda. That's 150 political power, so that's not going to work. Could do improve worker conditions, but stability is at 96%. Obviously, that'll drop a lot further once we actually go to war there. Oh, Poland refuses German ultimatum. So despite the fact that we had them go fascist, Poland might end up being in the communist faction because, you know, even though they share an ideology, the Germans still want their territory. So, yeah, that might end up causing issues, and Poland might not join the fascist faction. We'll have to see what happens there. We did get the army motorization. Didn't actually need that. We were just trying to get down here so we can get to the Indian research, defense research. But remember, we don't have the factories yet to even get that. So I think we're going to go and grab this one to take a look at those generals, which we should have before the war starts. Yeah, we'll have it before the war starts. And yes, the Polish National Republic has joined the communist faction because of the fact that the Germans have declared war on them. Okay, so I don't know how much of an effect that'll actually end up having. You know, it result in the Germans occupying this territory rather than having them as an ally. So it probably would have been more beneficial if Poland would have stayed as an ally, but Germany can make use of this territory. But this will result in the Soviets going to bring troops and help Poland out, so maybe they'll last a little bit longer than they usually do, but I don't know, because the Soviets might be fully engaged over here. So yeah, I imagine Soviets are already got a lot of troops over here in the Balkans, which it does look like Yugoslavia is going to capitulate very, very soon here. We can do the war propaganda here against Germany. That's what we'll do. That's how we'll get the war propaganda up. So let's go ahead and do that, or get the war support up, I mean. Because remember, it needs to be at 50% if we want to be able to get the war economy. So we'll give it a bit more time. I wish there was something more I could do to improve the trade here. Excuse me, the supply. But I don't think there will be anything. Again, you could improve it to level 2, but that won't be the issue. It won't be that you have too many units here, that you're hitting the supply cap. We won't hit the supply cap. The problem will be trucks. Trucks are going to be the major issue, I think. I'm surprised with just how many units we need for trucks. Let me take a look at something. Oh, I didn't even look at that, but it looks like we got something about communist partisans recruiting. We lost some manpower, some population, but we'll now get higher communist support. And I think that event also added 5%. So we're at 36% right now. Still pretty far from where I want to be at before we do the Civil War. But we're higher than we were. I think that's the point there. One thing I wanted to do here is go ahead and change up this from the district garrison over to the garrison division that we have. That'd be wise. That'd save us some manpower and some equipment. So let's go ahead and do that. That's not going to help with the truck situation, though. I'm not entirely sure why the trucks are in such a bad situation right now. Is it because I added something that required trucks? I know they require 20 trucks here. I thought we had already added that. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. We can finish these mountain troops, though, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's go and get the last 3 here to get them up to the 24. Can't get them up to the 25, which would be optimum, because if we add an anti-air, anti-tank, then that will reduce their combat abilities here. Alright, so the mountain troops are good to go, and we actually can get one more, so we'll go ahead and do that. Though that is going to result in a shortage of infantry equipment. I suppose that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. We can deploy this one guy, because we'll want to probably put these guys onto this front as soon as we can. We're in July, still got plenty of time to move them over there and to get the planning bonus up. And we don't have to declare war immediately. It's not like we're worried about winter in this area. I don't want to put them over there until we absolutely are ready to, though, because of the supply issues that will likely cause attrition. I do expect we'll have attrition issues. But yeah, the logistics is in a horrible position. Okay, I know what the issue is here. It's because we have the motorization priority up on the highest level, which is requiring all those trucks in all these locations. I see. So let's just go to that, and if it causes any supply issues, then we'll have to fix it in that one location, I suppose. That should result in us not having the truck issues. We also got the logistic companies, so that's excellent. We want to get that into our units probably as soon as we can. It will cause some problems with the experience. We'll have to get them trained up, but yeah, I think we might want to add those because of the expected supply problems. So the next thing to get here, could get something here, excavation or advanced machine tools. However, I kind of want to get the bonus here. I think any passive bonuses we can grab would be useful for this conflict. So let's go ahead and get the interwar artillery. And we also want to get that next line of guns so we can get those building. So we need to get 10 experience to add the logistics. Anglo-Italian alliance. Weren't they already in an alliance? Yeah, I'm not sure. I think that's just that they got that focus. However, one important thing we did see here is that Mexico is in the Axis, so the Americans are now going to have an enemy on their borders they have to deal with. How's Canada doing? They are still democratic despite being 57% fascist. And so that might open another front against the Americans. Alright, so I don't know what they've been working on. It looks like they've been taking over British colonies here. Yeah, now they actually have a border with the fascists. So we'll have to see what happens there. We're just going to follow along with it. I guess we can dip over here real quick and see what's going on in the Balkans. Yeah, the Soviets, or I should say the communists, are still being pushed back. And also a successful naval invasion here of the Peloponnesian Peninsula by the British. Again, the British and the Germans together, they're just so powerful. Yeah, look at Poland. Took a little bit of territory here in East Prussia, but yeah, it does look like they're losing a lot of territory. So the Polish might get defeated quickly. But yeah, they're moving rapidly, guys. Moving quite quickly. Our planes, I haven't looked to see what's going on with these guys. We should probably get them training. And also, maybe set up a fighter wing. Yeah, we could set up a fighter wing here of like 50. Get them training as well. Yeah, we'll get them both training up for this war here, which we've got about a month and a half or so before we'll have the war goal, which remember we have to use that within 90 days. We did get the infantry equipment, so we'll want to get that building, and let's go and get another passive bonus for our troops here, and go and update that. Alright, so with the current building and military factories, we'll get the next one done on the 29th in August. So 29th, that'll be before the war starts here. And again, I'm not moving the troops yet, because there's a few things I want to do first. I don't want them to train down there, and we're going to need to train them. Once we get this 10 experience, there we go, beautiful. Also, I suppose we could just go and deploy this unit here. We're not going to build any more right now, because we are having a lot of equipment shortages, guys. The infantry equipment is even short. I mean, we're short on everything at this moment. I suppose the trucks is better than I thought it was. But it'll be bad again once we get down here. So having a stockpile of trucks would be useful. Yeah, with the equipment shortages as they are, I don't think we're going to get any more troops here, guys. We do have some of those mountain troops training, and we got all of these guys in here as well, but we're going to make an adjustment here, so they're going to just need to keep training anyways. So we want to change up the Bengal Tigers and add in the logistic companies. I think that would be useful for them. And then we'll have to train them again. And we won't have the support equipment for that change. But at the very least, they'll get their manpower so that we can get them trained back up to get that 25% combat bonus. Once we have them fully trained, as well as these units here, and he's just about trained as well, then what we'll want to do is go and throw them onto the frontier. So let's go ahead and do that now. Let's go and get rid of any orders they have here. We'll put them back on this order here. And just go ahead and build the front out. Do we want them all the way down here, though? Probably not. Yeah, I don't see any reason to have them all the way down there. I think this will be the key location here to cut troops off by just taking that province. Although maybe it'd be better to take this one, because again, I think we're going to have serious supply issues down here. We'll take a look. We'll let the units move down there, but I think we will be adjusting that, guys. Let me see how bad the supply is here. Because it would be best to just attack into one of these two provinces where it's just one province away, or even this one, but you want to cut off as high up as possible to cut off as many troops because they have no ports here. And so you attack here. I guess that's a hill province. I suppose they're all difficult terrain. So you attack here and win, and then you cut all these troops off here. But if supply is such an issue here, we could have some serious problems. But let's go ahead and take all these guys here. They're done training and put them onto this front. And I almost want to move the mountain troop over there as well, even though he's not currently done training. Let's see how this looks down here, guys. Get all the units over there. We did get our generals as well, and it looks like there's a civil war here in Portugal between the fascist and the non-aligned. All right, so we'll see what happens there. We set them up so that the fascists are supposed to win that. So it'll be all fascist in the Iberian Peninsula. We did get our focus. Let's go and get something else selected here. And I think we might wait to do some of these. Yeah, we're going to wait to do these. Let's finish getting down here so we can try and get that research slot as soon as we have the factories. So we got the Indian armor. That armor research bonus obviously isn't going to help as much, but that's okay. So all these guys are still moving over to here. We want to take a look at our generals, the 3 new ones that we got. So we have a skilled staffer. All right, well that's fantastic. Yeah, so then you can have a full 30 division army. So that'll be nice. And also you can assign him to the logistics. That'll help reduce attrition. That would certainly be helpful in certain areas. I think the other guys we got is the jungle rat here. So there's more hills than jungles. I already checked this. I was curious. And there are more hills than jungles up along here. The jungles are mainly here, up along there, and then down this way. And so it would be better to have the hill guy that we currently have assigned, Frank. And then the other guy we got is a Panzer leader. Okay, so those are the 3 generals we got. As far as who's going to be the field marshal, I'm not entirely sure which one we want to make the field marshal. None of them have like any certain personality trait that would make them better at that. So we could just make our level 4 Noel guy here. I mean, he's already got pretty good stats. Remember, you want to put one of your higher level guys into this position because field marshals do level up so slowly. So yeah, I think we'll promote him and make him the field marshal. Yeah, so let's go ahead and do that. Obviously, it's going to have some cost associated with it as well. And it will have the recently promoted for 100 days too. And he does lose a skill level. Yeah, I think this is the best guy to do. And that results in him losing all these as well. But let's go ahead and get him appointed. Our only field marshal here. And we'll see what traits he's got available to him. So we could do a more defensive-minded guy or a more offensive-minded field marshal. I think we're going to do offensive. So get that 1+ attack. Also the organization loss when moving would be reduced. I don't know if he'll have any more traits. I guess we'll have to wait and see. So we did get the offensive doctrine and still have one available. Could do reinforce rate, but we're going to do charismatic. Now we can do both. All right, so we'll do both. Excellent. All right, just take a look at our general, see how close he is to getting some of these. We didn't move any closer than last time we looked because at Burma we didn't fight anybody when we fought Burma, so they didn't have any divisions. Again, we're saving the political power because I want to see if we can go over to war economy because we will have war support, or hopefully have war support high enough at that point. All right, so all the divisions are moving over here, and yes, supply is garbage. Not surprising. Okay, so they do have, I think, already everybody changed over to the highest motorized setting. And yeah, there's not much else to be done here. Supply is a massive problem here, guys. So instead of letting ourselves get cut off, which is what's going to happen, they'll probably attack one of these 2 areas where you only have 1 division, or this one, to protect the province. They have so many places they can attack us. And take the province and then cut off the rest of the troops. So instead of letting them do that to us, let's just bring them up and attack right here and then cut them off at this location where you have to take 2 provinces. It's fine. And we'll just give this to them. They can just have it. It doesn't matter. So I'll bring those divisions up so we don't get ourselves cut off. I think that would be smart. Let's not get cut off from supply here. Because, yeah, that caused some serious issues. Now, what we might want to do is to make sure we have enough divisions to do this by instead creating a separate frontier. Taking this guy and assigning him over here, and then taking those guys and having them have their own offensive line here so they can get a planning bonus, and maybe even send one more division over here. So you have like 4 total. That could exhaust the supply there pretty bad though, so we'll have to take a look. We do have some free civilian factories. Let's go ahead and get another military factory, I think. And then like another civilian factory here. So again, we're waiting for the war, which we should have this here soon, the 12th of September. So we'll also need to wait for our troops. The supply's not that bad here. Yeah, it's really not that bad. We'll have to wait for our troops though to get their planning bonuses up, since they did just get here. So yeah, we want full planning bonuses to make sure that our planes are over here. I think they're still training in this area. So I'm going to move them over here. Keep them training until we're actually ready to go to war. But yeah, just give our troops the time to get the planning bonus up and entrenchment and all that kind of stuff. They're still moving, I think. Yeah, some of them might be. Now they can still cut us off here. Yeah, we still don't have enough troops there to stop that. So we might need to... Yeah, I hate when you have to micro this like this, but it is what it is. We don't want to get cut off here. Any place where we only have one division, we're just going to have to do it this way, guys. They got a river bonus, so they'll be fine. So yeah, move them on over here. And then, of course, they lose all their planning bonus and entrenchment and all that kind of stuff as well. Switzerland. They actually declared war on Switzerland. You don't see AI Germany do that very often. But yeah, they declared war on AI Switzerland. And they should wrap them up fairly quickly. Yeah, I don't think that'll be too much of an issue for them. Holland's still in it, but lost a lot of territory. Probably getting a lot of troops cut off over here as well. And the Italians are very successful here in Greece. Yeah. Pretty bad here in the Balkans, guys. Pretty bad. France has moved into Egypt while losing most of their territory over here. Losing on one side of North Africa while winning on the other side. Alright, we'll just have to see what happens there, guys. Alright, so get these new troops over there. The war in Portugal's done. I didn't see who won, but I'm pretty sure the fascists probably won, right? No, the non-aligned won. Okay, that's interesting. So here in Iberia, nothing happened the way we set it to go. Just kind of did their own thing down there, didn't they? Let me see how we're doing on our equipment. Infantry equipment, short. Yeah, pretty short here, unfortunately. We'll have that fixed, though, in a few days. Support equipment, really short. Yeah, that's quite bad. Doing all right on the guns, though. Probably because I had... No, I have 2 factories assigned to that. Support equipment, really short, but I don't think we really pull from anything because we need the trucks. Did get that artillery done. Excellent. Nice passive bonus for us. Let's go after the actual equipment so we can start building that. Could send in these troops over here before they're ready. But again, it'd probably just further exhaust supply down here. Albania has capitulated. Again, not surprising. And all those countries in Central and South America that the Mexicans declare war on will join either the American faction or the Communist faction, the Fourth International. So yeah, the Mexicans will likely continue expanding, further into Central America and then all the way into the South. And those are all potential faction mates. We look pretty good here. Yeah, I think we're good to go. We'll give it until October 1st. Why not? We'll give it one more day. We do have equipment issues that we're currently solving, so there's that. Also training planes up. Let's go and take them off the training, and let's go and declare war. We have until the 11th of November. But yeah, we're going to declare war now. Let's go and make this happen. And there we go. We're at war with Siam. And I think this war is probably going to be more difficult than I had anticipated, mainly because of the fact that we're going to have so many supply issues. Alright, so we'll send all our planes over there. And remember, we're attacking here where they only have one division to stop us. It's probably not wise on their part. But the supply is causing our own organization to be quite low, unfortunately. Let's go and attack there, and they're going to attack us. Interesting. Okay, well, let's go ahead and attack here then. And this area also only has one division to protect a province that could be cut off. I didn't see that. Alright, so we're going to have to attack down here then in that case. And see where we might want to advance next. Let's do here. Oh, we want to turn this down, don't we? We'll support there, and let's also attack here. And then we'll support. Although we might be able to take that one mountain province. Although I'm not really interested in attacking doing a mountain province, honestly. Alright, so that looks good. It's green all the way across. That's what we want to see there. And we should be able to take that province essentially as soon as we're done here. We'll leave one more guy here to defend. Now we also will win here. Yeah, this looks good. Alright, so we'll take that location. Winning there, holding out here because of our attack there. Now let's stop these guys from advancing. And then let's go ahead and start pushing forward. Just keep on pushing forward, guys. Alright, unfortunately, I did take, they got another division over here, so let's go ahead and send somebody down there to get this done. Alright, so we might want to delete these fronts now a little bit, or at least delete one of them. We have to leave it as is until these guys are done moving, I suppose. So remember, we have to take that province there in order to cut these troops off. So let's go and send everything we've got down there. We've won here as well. Alright, excellent. They're leaving for whatever reason. We'll just let them leave then. And we could go ahead and send some troops into here. Yeah, they just keep on declaring war on people, the Mexicans, so that'll result in, again, them either joining the American Union or the 4th International. Alright, so it looks like we have one here. Now they're taking that territory from us down there. Let them take it, because it's irrelevant. Alright, so if we can just get the win here, that's the key. I guess we'll go and attack here as well. And then we'll fix our borders. We have taken this area here. This is wide open. Let me see if I can't get there before the division that's currently moving there. Because this is a victory point, so it'd be useful to grab. It's also a mountain province. This is what we're going to do. I wasn't going to do this, but yeah, if we can lock this guy down, then it's the best way to do it. And if you can win there, then you cut that one division off as well. Let's see here. So yeah, I kind of got some weird fronts here now. So we might want to get this fixed. But really can't do anything until we finish these movements. So we'll just wait. Let's get moved over here first. We need to attack down here to stop that guy from... Damn it. Yeah, they got there in time. Just didn't move fast enough, apparently. So getting here has been more troublesome than anticipated. So where is this guy? So he's currently on this front. Okay, so that's fine. And we can take this guy and put him over onto this front now. And then we're going to want to extend this front all the way down. Try and make it so we only have the one front, essentially. And make sure that they're on that front. Just kind of slowly pull off all these divisions. Make sure they stay onto that front. Now we could win here, but let's attack right there instead. Alright, excellent. So yeah, just trying to win in one of these two locations. Or I guess this would not cut them off. You gotta win here. How's things going in the north? We have taken that one victory point. Alright, excellent. Well, I don't really want to attack across the river. It's bad enough for attacking into a mountain province. Alright, so he should probably stay here, so we don't get cut off there. Does look like we have some stuff up here. Oh, and I did completely forget about switching over, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway because our war support's not high enough, so we can't even switch over. You know, our law here. Yeah, I don't know if we'll be able to get it up high enough. Why is it so darn low? The offensive war reduced it by 20%. All right, so yeah, we would have never been able to do that. Yeah, that's a real shame. Yeah, because we can switch over to war economy if we just had high enough war support. Alright, so I guess we'll work on the war support then. Try and get that up higher, I suppose. I really want to switch over to war economy. If we can, anyways. Still winning here, but they're attacking us just about everywhere here. They're also attacking us right there. And we have advanced up to the river here, so now they're attacking across the river. That's going to be costly for them. Just need to get the win there, which has been more difficult than I anticipated it being. Let me just make sure all these guys are assigned, oops, to this one. Okay, again, we're trying to get all the units that are here taken off of these two fronts, which that's 3 of them, and then we have these 2 here. So just gotta wait until they finish up their attack, essentially. We do have a decision available, the emergency factory conversion, which we're not going to do. So we have cut them off. All right, fantastic news. So let's make sure that they're on this front here. And then we're now losing here. Let's just pull this back. And then we're going to want a front that goes up along here. And then just take anybody who's assigned to these ones and then delete these 2. So it's 4 divisions. We need to give them a planning bonus. And which 4 are currently assigned to that? Okay, so this is fine, I suppose, although I'll probably want this guy here to go over to there because we don't want to lose that province after we worked so hard to get it. And instead put this guy over here. And I don't know if 4 divisions will be enough because I think we cut off a lot of divisions down there. Might need to put another one down there. Suppose we'll wait and see. But yeah, you see they're trying to take this province from us, so we got to get somebody over there to stop them. What we could do is, yeah, you can't even do that. Yeah, won't be able to do that, unfortunately. So just need to get this division there before they take it from us. Oh, it looks like they didn't actually lose here. They're just trying to leave. Alright, so yeah, we don't want that to happen. Alright, so we didn't lose there. Let's take this guy, and I guess we'll try pushing forward here. Looks like that's a no-go. Alright, so we're just going to have to wait a little bit. And this did end up being a loss, not surprising. Not surprising at all. Attacking into those mountain province. I was just trying to cut that one guy off. We need to take the rails up along here to be able to do that. So let's go and attack into this location here. And we will support with this guy. At least get up to the river there, but you see that we're actually about to lose here, so let's send a division over there. Make sure they can't get across the river. Are they training? It looks like he's doing some training or something. Probably not the best time to train your dudes. They are trying to take this province here. If they take it, they take it. That's fine. Alright, so what we need to do now is let's go and take whatever troops are assigned here. And we're going to attack this way and this way. Try and push them back right there. Just kind of slowly push them back here. We do want to take a look at the skies. Interesting, they have all their planes here in this area. I don't think that has that much of an effect. But we might still want control of it. As they have 60 fighters currently assigned there. No planes assigned here. Do we have any fighters in the stockpile that we can throw over there? We got 19. But they wouldn't really be able to compete against 60, would they? Could move these 50, I suppose. So this is what we're going to do. Let's get... I'll just put 15 out there. And get them doing air support, or excuse me, doing the air superiority over here. And then the once they get there, we'll take the 50, or maybe we'll do that now, actually. the 50 fighters and put them over here now. Try and get control of the skies, shoot down their planes. I suppose that will help here, but it doesn't help over here. Alright, so still winning right there. Might be able to push them back here. Just try and get up to the river. I'd love to win there, but I don't know if we're going to be able to do it. If they send another division over here, then that's a good thing. Bring this guy over this way. Alright, so winning there, you know, they're going to have a lot of trouble attacking across this river here. And I'm going to take one of these guys and put him over here, because I felt like we needed a 5th division down there. We got the construction 3. Excellent. Let's go after the excavation. And we are having some resource issues, and why can we not trade with the Soviets? They cut off all supply, didn't they? Just double check on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened here. They went with the closed economy. Damn, man. That's really unfortunate. I hate that the AI is so set on doing that. Usually the Soviets don't do it. The fascists do it all the time. But yeah, I hate that the AI does that. Like, it's not even beneficial. You know, first of all, you lose all the great bonuses that you get in the, you know, like with the export focus or the limited exports or whatever. So you're losing the factory dockyard output, the research speed, construction speed, all those good bonuses. But in addition to that, I mean, the Soviets have so many resources that they don't use most of them. And so they're losing all those civilian factories they would get for trading those resources away. Instead, they're getting nothing for it. The resources are just sitting there, not even being utilized because the Soviets don't have enough factories to use all those resources. And that's not to mention how it hurts their allies. Their allies can't trade for those resources. So the resources just sit there, doing nothing, when they could have been beneficial to both the Soviets and their allies. Instead, they have no benefit. And that really sucks, because I was kind of relying on being able to trade with the Soviets for a lot of stuff we need, and now we won't be able to do that because they went that route. Now we have to be completely self-dependent when it comes to resources because there's going to be nobody to trade with. Maybe the Americans, but then you have to do it through convoys. So, yeah, that's going to be an issue, guys. So very, very unfortunate that they did that. We have people to trade with for now, but eventually this is going to become a problem. In fact, it doesn't look like there's a lot of options for trading without using convoys as it is. Yeah, I guess we can trade with the Americans because we're not at war with them yet, but that will, you know, with the British, that will cause problems when it comes to the convoys eventually. There's nobody else to trade with, though, that doesn't take convoys. So yeah, we'll just have to trade with the Americans. It's unfortunate. I can't believe the Soviets did that. They don't usually do that. Again, that's something you expect from like Germany and Italy. So I want to get across the river here to take the rails and shut them down on supply up there. But of course, attacking across rivers can be difficult. So you got to really overwhelm them with force. And they're currently moving a lot of troops. I think they're already having supply issues. Yeah, they're already having supply problems up along here. Alright, so they still continue to try and take that location. We're winning all across here. We should take that province soon. He's going to come over here and help us out with that defense. And we almost have these guys done here, but do we want to make any adjustments to them right now? Because there's a lot of stuff we haven't added to them. I guess that would all require equipment that we don't currently have. We have the artillery guns, though. Yeah, we're just going to wait on that. Let me take a look and see if that would cause shortages. Because we'd want to add the support artillery here. And then just see how bad that'd be. Yeah, it would be fine. Alright, so yeah, we'll go ahead and save that. Alright, so just trying to push down this way where these units are cut off from supply. Should be easy. Warsaw has fallen. Just kind of focusing on our own conflicts right now. This is going to help with the rubber, though. We get all that beautiful rubber and tungsten. We don't really need tungsten. We have a lot of it right now, but... And class conflicts divide India. So we're going to lose stability but gain communism. It gets us up to 47% now. So those events are kind of negative overall. We did just win there. Excellent. Let's go and attack here. And then we'll be up along the river. And then we'll be able to just take advantage of any openings. I'm not entirely sure what they're doing up here, but they got to be suffering from the supply. Luxembourg's been attacked, and now they've joined the American Dream, or whatever they're called. Just stay here. Oh, okay, I see what they're trying to do. Trying to go to that location. Let's not do that. Let's just stay here and go ahead and just attack immediately into this location. Yeah, we'll attack into that location. See if we can win there. Maybe not. If we support, it might just be too strong for us to get a victory there. Alright, so instead, let's just go over here then. Get a win there. And yeah, they are attacking us over here. Hopefully, it should be a win. They're currently taking a little bit of attrition. Not as much as I was expecting. They're only at 4%. The Dutch have been attacked now as well. So all these countries are going to just get run right over by the Axis. Except for Switzerland, apparently. They have advanced into Lombardy, taking Italian territory. They have Milan in their hands. But it does look like they're losing territory in their north. So they pushed into the south, and that'll likely result in their capitulation now. They're about to lose victory points. So yeah, it's a rough situation right now for the communists, and I wish we could help. Kind of dealing with their own conflicts, though. And all this will be helpful for our faction, I think. And these guys have such horrible supply here, don't they? They could easily attack there and win if they weren't attacking across a river, I mean. Because yeah, they're not going to win that way. Alright, so now they're doing river attacks, and what we need to do is get across the river to grab these rails in the easiest location to do it, basically. So let's go and attack here and here. And then we'll support with these guys. And just get across the river to snatch those rails and cut off supply to the north here. Although it doesn't look like they have supply anyway. They might not have a hub up there. I don't know where all their hubs are. But yeah, they're not having any success with their own attacks down here. We just need to get pushed forward here. Belgium has now joined the conflict, so all the Low Countries are involved. We did get that armor tech, excellent. So let's go ahead and do the modernizing army now, getting us a land doctrine reduction. And we'll soon be ready for the Civil War. We want to get that as high as possible to make sure that as few states as possible rebel. We're going to go ahead and do this attack here just to help. Yeah, they have 5 divisions in that location. They got a lot of divisions that we cut off over here, didn't they? I guess that stopped the attack there, so it's fine. But yeah, we'll win here, and that'll allow us to get to the back here. We're going to try and cut those guys off if we can. We have gotten across the river, excellent. So could cut these guys off just by winning right there. So let's go and attack over here and see if we can't get a victory in this location. And yeah, just supply is pretty garbage for us as well. We do not have fantastic supply. Can we get over there before this guy does? No. I don't think... Okay, so what we'd have to do is attack here, pull this one back, and then attack here. So that we can try and get there first, which we get there in a matter of hours. There we go, beautiful. I guess we have to keep the attack going. And now what we're going to want to do is start wiping these troops out. Which I guess this guy's pretty weak, but we'll try and attack there, see what happens. Alright, so it's all green. Let's go over here. Have him go here instead. Still winning right there. We have taken this location. Excellent. So let's go ahead and go after... I guess we'll do the air base next. Go after that location. Let's see how we're doing in this, guys. We do control both of the zones now. Alright, excellent. Alright, so hopefully we are destroying their planes here. We can just take a look at the details, see exactly how we've done over the last few days. Looks like we shot down a fighter, haven't lost any of our own. And shot down 3 support. How about over here? We lost 1 support plane. That's it. Not much happening. There's not a lot of planes in the sky. These are really low numbers here. They're actually winning in this location, meaning they would be able to reconnect them. So that would be really bad. How to get troops over there to stop that? Because they're actually attacking us here. And we can't attack that way. You could have one unit retreat, but he wouldn't retreat in time. Yeah, I think they'll end up winning there and then reconnecting this. I don't think there's a whole lot I can do about it, though. Maybe if you attack here and then have him retreat over there. But yeah, I don't think there's going to be enough to be done here. Yeah, they just keep on attacking us there. Stopping us from retreating. Well, it doesn't stop us from retreating, but... Alright, so we got one unit there. We also got this guy here as well. Gonna keep the attack across the river going for now. And... could also attack down here. Just trying to wrap these guys up here now. Get them destroyed. Yeah, you can see just how weak we are. That even Siam causes us difficulties. It just tells you how weak we are. Yeah, that's not even going to do anything. Still winning here, though. It's looking pretty good. Just attacking there to help out, but I don't think it's necessary anymore because it doesn't look like they're doing anything there. I guess it's good that we're attacking there since they were attempting to move into that location. And now we need to get these units here destroyed. We have one here. Alright, well let's go ahead and get these guys here on the mountains destroyed. And not big about attacking that way. But I think it's going to be the only way to do this. Easily. Alright, so I was going to get these troops here destroyed, then we'll work on these ones. We're already trying to get those guys wrapped up and wiped out. Alright, so it looks like we're probably going to have to end today's episode here. We're making progress. We're going to take a look at these casualties, see how we've done in the conflict so far. We've lost 5.4 thousand, while they have lost 42.7 thousand, so pretty good overall. We're at 17% towards capitulation. But yeah, it is a more difficult war than you'd expect with it being Siam. They're usually not too difficult to fight, but that just shows how weak we are with our 20 divisions, not even. We got 19 in this army here, and our lack of supply in this area caused a lot of problems too, but there's also just all our equipment shortages, and then also our lack of like bonuses for our troops. We have the ones that we got here, but there's really not much up here, if anything. Yeah, there's nothing up here. There's no bonuses really to be gotten from the focus tree. So most countries, probably every country in the game, is going to get like some sort of bonuses for their army, or at least some branch of their military. They're going to get some type of bonuses from national spirits. I don't think the Indians really have anything there, so we're always going to be probably a little bit worse than other countries. But then there's the fact that we haven't been getting the doctrines either. If we look at the doctrines, we only have a few so far. So we haven't been getting doctrines, so we're behind on that as well. But we only have one thing left to get here. This is going to be 50 experience, which we're only a few off from getting, so could get that. And then once we're done there, other than making adjustments to division designs, we can really focus the experience on doctrines. I did say that I would show the other war real quick, so we'll go ahead and do that. Although it looks like it might be several conflicts. We want to see how the communists are doing. So Germany's already taken 1.13 million casualties to the communists. Most of that from the Union of Soviet Republics and Romania. Yugoslavia's done a lot as well, as has France. 376,000 for the British. But look at how many casualties our side has taken. The 4th International, quite a bit more. 3.08 million. Yeah, they're not doing well. Despite the high casualties over here, that's not great. For them, now they got a lot more manpower, the Soviets do, but a lot of this is not from the Soviets. Romania's taken almost 500,000 casualties. That's significant. Everybody has taken a lot of casualties, honestly, and they're all very close to capitulating as well. So overall, our side's not doing well. Quite a few more casualties here, and close to the same amount of fielded manpower right now, but it does look like, you know, they're currently winning, which is not surprising based on what we've seen there. So yeah, rough conflict right now. The Japanese continuing to slowly push forward against the Chinese. So that's going all right for them. I think the problem with the Axis right now is they have so many different fronts that they're fighting on. But once they wrap up some of these fronts here and can focus entirely on this, you're going to really see them start pushing forward. Poland's done already. Romania's stuck in it for a while, but Soviets about to start having their own territory invaded now that Poland's been wrapped up. Bulgaria, they're up on the borders of Bulgaria here, right here. It looks like Yugoslavia is just about defeated. Yeah, it's a rough situation. Greece is almost out of it. Yeah, so pretty rough situation there. Well, a little bit more progress. Yeah, a little bit more progress for the French here. Try and get the Suez Canal there. Over here, looks like the Americans have taken a little bit of territory. A couple provinces, but the Mexicans have taken a couple provinces as well. Alright, so a little bit of back and forth there, though it does look like Baja California's just about finished up. Americans almost have that area wrapped up. But they'll eventually defeat the Mexicans, but yeah, the Mexicans are holding out alright. I assume the Americans had troops elsewhere, fighting in other locations, and that's why. But yeah, this is something distracting them that they got to get wrapped up. Yeah, and one bad thing about Mexico being defeated is that they won't continue to bring in Central and South American countries into the conflict. So it's actually better if the Mexicans stay in it for a little while and declare war on more countries. Get those into one of these two factions here. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you on the next one. And thanks for watching.